Hey guys, welcome back to Clockwise Crypto. Hope you guys are moving forward in everything that you do. Bitcoin going crazy. Let's dive in. I'm going to share my price prediction for where I think Bitcoin is going to go. Diving here, looking at Bitcoin sitting at $45,343 and moving up as we speak. Taking a look here, just massive momentum. If we look at really just the charts, pulling over here the charts so you can see clearing that high point. We can actually go back to our BTC USD chart and we will show you where we stand with our analysis. So going to the chart here, you see we cleared a new high on this pullback. Now you guys are wondering why we still have this chart on the screen. Why do I still have this chart on the screen? It is because that this chart is, I believe, one of the most valid indicators of where Bitcoin is going. Looking at the weekly time frame, as I make it look pretty for you guys, this is a trend line we believe is a trend line to be respected, right? And the reason why I think the Bitcoin ETF is going to be delayed and not approved, I don't think it's going to be not approved. I think it's going to be delayed and cause a lot of panic in the marketplace, is because this is the only way to cause Bitcoin to go back to this trend line psychologically. Now, I know it's not something popular to say. I know, that, we may lose some viewers for this and have some disagreements, but I do believe that this is the only way. A Bitcoin ETF delay that we've seen before. If you've been around crypto, since 2017, we've seen this before. And I think we've seen something similar when we look at the ETH 2.0 merge. A ton of FOMO expecting a huge rally only to be let down. And I think that's what we're going to see here with Bitcoin price. So pay attention to that, guys. I definitely think that that's something that needs to be considered. What can be a result of massive panic, or what can be a result of price dropping, or what can be the expectation as we see something not get approved or something get delayed. Right now, if you look at this, a Bitcoin fear greed, if you take a look at this, okay, take a look at this over here. We see we're at a 72. Okay. Now, us being at a 72 means that there's FOMO. There's a lot of FOMO when it comes to Bitcoin, a ton of FOMO. And with that being said, that is when we see the rallies. People are going to FOMO into the market expecting this ETF approval, right? We got a lot of money on the line. If you take a look, we got I read an article here with BitCOINE saying an unnamed investor has indicated interest in purchasing an aggregate of up to 200 million shares in the authoring from authorized participants or in the marketplace through broker dealers, meaning that they plan on seeding 200 million in BitCOINE's potential ETF, though no binding agreement's been made, meaning there's a lot of money on the line. Now, the reason why I say watch out for this is because there's no regulatory clarity in the given by the SEC. There hasn't been regulatory clarity on crypto. So how are they going to approve an ETF with no regulatory clarity? So that's where I say pay attention. This week you're going to see a lot of FOMO. Right now we're seeing it. We see the Bitcoin Fear Greed Index, a lot of FOMO already. And we're not even into the full week yet. Okay, so pay attention to that. It's not popular opinion. I do think Bitcoin does pull back to this trend line somewhere. Okay, and the reason that will happen is by a delayed ETF approval that we have seen time and time again. Now we'll dive into this another video on how Jamie Dimon was talking about, pretty much saying, he get rid of crypto, but now he's a part of, pretty much partnering with the ETF. We'll talk about that later. But, think about the big picture. When you see this, when you see a lot of FOMO, that is when you should be selling and taking your profits, because that almost is the equivalent to when people that were not in crypto were talking about Dogecoin. That is when you should have started selling. When it was at 60, 70 cents and people were starting to buy Dogecoin, not even buying it. They were buying it on Robinhood, didn't even know that they were just betting on the price. They weren't buying the actual asset. That's when you knew the writing's on the wall. Hey, let me get my gains out. Let me get my gains now. So pay attention to that. The same thing is happening right here. Now, I do think long term, we are very bullish. I think long term, crypto's the future. It changed our lives. I think it's going to change hundreds and thousands of people's lives. But I do believe that this Bitcoin ETF is going to be something that is going to, I would say a delay. I don't think it's going to get denied. I think it's going to get delayed again. But I think that is going to cause, pretty much a massive sell-off again. That's the only reason a massive sell-off could happen. That is the reason why a massive sell-off can happen, guys. So pay attention to that. I'm not taking this video down if I'm wrong, okay? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But this is just my gut feeling, guys. This is my gut feeling when I look at the price action. I look at the fundamentals, the news that's going around. I look at this fear, greed, and I look at what everyone's banking on. Crypto Twitter is a beast. Crypto Twitter is a beast, and they're saying that, oh, this is it. This is it. ETF approval. We're in. We're done. I don't think it's going to work out the same way, because we saw the same thing not too long ago with the ETH 2.0 merge, guys. We saw the same thing. ETH to 10 grand, ETH 2.0, the ETH merge is happening, only to be let down. So pay attention. We're going to go through this with you the entire way. Hope you got some value out of this video. Keep moving forward in everything that you do. We'll see you soon.